through hearing from senior Vaishnavas, how can we know if we, to a certain amount, do accept what we hear, or that we do our own research?
I said that we go by the book, but our process is to hear from senior Vaishnavas. So when we hear from senior Vaishnavas, should we check in the book to see that they got it right, or do we just accept what they give us? It's an interesting question. Generally, of course, as you say, our process is that we accept what we hear from the senior Vaishnavas. And well, on the other hand, not to toot my own horn, but by process of elimination, I've become a very senior Vaishnava in this movement. So then you hear from me all this stuff. So now what are you going to do with it? One senior Vaishnava will say one thing, and other senior Vaishnavas will say other things. So in fact, one devotee suggested that he was a little uncomfortable with the title Srila Prabhupada's Kirtan Standards. He thought maybe it should be something like Jayadvaita Swami's take on things. And of course, everyone has their own, where no one's totally objective. So there is some element of my personal, what should we say, preferences here. But I've tried as far as possible to document that whatever I've presented in my seminar, whatever I'm writing in the book, is upheld by statements from Srila Prabhupada, or represents instructions from Srila Prabhupada. So I hope that the book will be read and appreciated by the senior Vaishnavas, thereby perhaps saving some of the junior Vaishnavas from these questions. Beyond that, I would only just repeat what I said before, that we cut the senior Vaishnavas some slack. We appreciate them, and we try to avoid becoming critical minded. All of my favorite Kirtaniyas, all of my best friends, they all do something or other that I've talked about in my book. Yes.
If we check online, there are some bhajans that are written traditional. Like, are we allowed to sing that?
There's some bhajans that are listed as traditional. Yeah, I've pointed that out someplace in my book. There's a book called, I think, More Songs by the Vaishnava Acharyas, and it includes one song, and the source is given as traditional Gujarati bhajan. So, what acharya is that? I've quoted earlier, we should chant what's been chanted by the acharyas, not merely what's local Vrindavan tradition or what we've heard other people chant. Mahajanayena Kata Sapanta, what the acharyas have chanted. What the acharyas have chanted. Yes.
What about new melodies?
New melodies. Prabhupada was pretty, what's the word? Flexible about new melodies. He said we could chant in our Western tune. He was all right with that. But he said that let's see. He said, but there's a certain value, I forget exactly how he put it, to the tunes that he's taught us. Let me see if I find it. Yeah. Oh, I'm okay. Let me search for this. So we have some flexibility there, but the kirtan tunes that Prabhupada taught us are have a special value, and we can appreciate that. And he says that it's like these kirtan melodies are our contribution of Bengal. And I'd have to find the quote. I'm not seeing it immediately, but let's see. And he does say that. Now, the other thing about it is, however, that sometimes the kirtan becomes more about the tune than about the mantra. We become all tunewallas. And that's not good. Yeah, that's not good. The Bhaktivinoda Thakur, in 1933, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was president of the festival for the disappearance anniversary of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And there was a disciple of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur who was considered a prominent kirtan leader. He was expert in all kinds of raga, raganis, rhythms, tunes, modulations of the voice, master of harmonium, esraj, bina, mridanga, tabla. After the celebration, he began to sing the Maha Mantra to various raga, raganis, tunes, as he played the harmonium. As he did this, he modulated his voice in such a way that it took him 10 or 15 minutes to sing the 16 words of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, from the first Hare to the last. In addition, he was trying to display deep spiritual emotion by gesturing excessively with his hands and arms. And Srila Binod Bihariji, later Bhakti Pragyana Keshav Maharaj, was also present. And Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur later said to him, "Did you listen to the kirtan? One could have performed kirtan of the whole Maha Mantra 50 times during the time it took him to pronounce Hare Krishna only once." He went on to say that those who have no taste for the holy names and devotional service are only attached to different melodious tunes and musical performances for the entertainment of their senses. He called these people the Tal Toka Sampradaya, persons interested only in rhythm and not the inner moods. Tal is a musical beat, and toka means slapping. So they're so busy, keeping the beat, that they really miss the essence of the Maha Mantra. This is, he also said on that occasion, we can dispel listlessness, sort of wandering attention, and all other anarthas by loudly and faithfully performing kirtan of the Maha Mantra in the association of pure devotees. Members of the Tal Toka Sampradaya, who are simply interested in rhythm and other musical attributes, are utterly entangled in profit, adoration, and distinction. Pure devotees always distance themselves from such pretenders and instead worship the holy name by full absorption in Sankirtan. Bhagavan who's addressed through his holy names by such faithful devotees, manifests to them his transcendental form, qualities, and pastimes. Love of Krishna develops only in the heart of persons who chant in that way. So, yeah.
Hare Krishna Maharaj.
Hare Krishna.
We have one question in chat.
Yes.
How to convince especially new devotees not to sing Radhe Radhe in Kirtan? They feel very attracted to these melodies, and simply saying Prabhupada forbid that doesn't work.
How to convince them? Oh, I think first you stand in freezing water in the middle of winter with your hands in the air for 60,000 years so that you get superpower, and then you speak to them. Really, I don't know what to say. Sakalineha Mahata Yoga Nashta Paranta. This is how things get lost. My humble contribution, at least, is that I'm giving these seminars and publishing this book that at least records what Srila Prabhupada's instructions were, in the hope that perhaps the attractiveness of chanting Radhe Radhe and all the other things that have been added to Kirtan might diminish, and in fact one might get negative credit, as it were, for be seen not as adding something wonderful, but it's like, why did you drag that in? Not those who, I don't want to say those who do it will be seen that way, but the practice of adding it will be seen that way. It's not as something wonderful, but as another something or other thrown in the mix that didn't come from Prabhupada and that Prabhupada disapproved of. The evidence is there in the book and in the seminars of what Srila Prabhupada has said about Jai Radhe. But how to convince people? Give it a shot. Whatever you come up with, please report it to the rest of us. Badri Narayan Maharaj said, he told us, don't do it. He was adamant about it. It's not such a cheap thing. Such a valuable thing you keep guarded. You don't flaunt cheaply. And Bhattahari Prabhu comments, he gave us Radharani's name to chant 8 times while chanting the Maha Mantra. It's not like he didn't want us to chant Radharani's name and take shelter of her. We're spending 2 hours a day expressly taking shelter of her. But there was a way. It's respectful. It's appropriate for our level. He was very, very cautious that this is the name of Radharani, the most sacred thing in the universe, even more sacred than Krishna's name. Don't just take it cheaply. Maybe there are people who are qualified to chant her name. I couldn't say. I'm not. Yes.
Bharadwaja Prabhu sang a variation of a mantra which he said was from Gopal Bhatta Goswami, and it was Gora Gora, and Prabhupada disliked it so much. How is that?
Bharadwaj Prabhu in Kirtan one time chanted Goda, 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 hey, which he said was from Gopal Bhatta Goswami book. And Prabhupada disliked it so much that he told it or that it be stopped. He's the founder of Acharya. That's what he wanted. No Goda, 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 hey. He wanted Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, nothing else. That's an instruction he gave to Harikesh Maharaj when he was president here in Vrindavan. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, nothing else.
So during Purnima, we should just sing only.
Yeah, why like Gaur Purnima? So then we bring in all the Gora mantras we've heard. And then Radhastami, then we bring out all the Jai Radhes and all the Radhe mantras that we picked up in Vrindavan. And then Janmashtami, we pick up all the, no. These are not like opportunities for showing our creativity. For Gaur Purnima, chant Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Shri Advaita Gadadhar, Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. There's a place where Lokanath Maharaj talks about Ram Nomi in Bombay. And it was the day before Ram Nomi in Juhu, 1973, and in enthusiasm, I thought since it was Ram Nomi, we could do something different, like singing Raghupati Raghava Raja Ram, Patita Pavana Sita Ram, and chanting of Hare Krishna. In my excitement, I announced we will have Ram Tune tomorrow. A tune is a bhajan or a kirtan. Almost immediately, I heard Srila Prabhupada's voice objecting. What is this Ram tune? We will have Hare Krishna Kirtan. So that's what we do. We have, and Prabhupada said, after all, he quoted from Shastra that 3 names of Ram is equal to 1 name of Krishna. So we have our set program for Ram Nomi, for all occasions. Hare Krishna. Yes. Are there other questions so far? Yes.
Two questions. One is, we have
Say again. Loud.
we say we don't say Radha, we say Hare because it's our position. And why we say Krishna?
We say Hare because it's our position rather than Radharani. Why do we say Krishna? We say Hare Krishna because that's what Prabhupada gave us. He asked us to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. He demanded that we not chant Jai Radhe in the kirtan. Enough. I don't have to figure it out. Why did he do it this way? Why did he say that? Why did he say that? The general gives an order. You don't have to ask, well, why did he say that? Yes, sir.
I don't care about the question.
That covers both questions. Okay. This makes life simple. What the Acharya said, those are our marching orders. That's what we do. We don't have to, what about this? What about that? What about this? What about that? Why this? Why not that? We do. Yes.
In Kirtans, that at least I've heard since I've been in the movement, it said that when you start a Kirtan, you start with Namam Vishnupadaya. So Prabhupada's mantra, then Jai Shri Krishna and the mantra. So is that something that after Prabhupada?
You've heard that Kirtan should start with Prabhupada's Pranam mantra, then Sri Krishna Chaitanya, then Hare Krishna. Is that something that started after Prabhupada departed? No, that's what we did during Prabhupada's time also. And I see nothing objectionable there. I hear a point. Prabhupada didn't. He just he chanted the whole Gurvastakam, or he chanted the Mangalacharana, the whole Mangalacharana. And he would just chant Hare Krishna. When you lead the Kirtan in the temple, you start with Prabhupada's Pranam mantra. And the only question is, what happened to your guru? You're starting by offering obeisances to his guru. What happened to your guru? So of course, there are historical reasons why we're not chanting the mantras for our gurus in the temple. There was a time in memory that's not far enough away when everyone was supposed to chant the mantra for a locally empowered, or for an empowered local pure devotee guru. And if you didn't, that was like an offense, even if you were his godbrother. So those days are behind us, but there's something of a legacy of not chanting mantras for our present gurus. But it still leaves that question. What happened to my guru? Even I see initiation ceremonies performed, and the mantras are begun with Prabhupada's Pranam mantra, not with the mantra of the person that I'm taking initiation from. What's that all about? They leave out the mantra of the guru who's initiating and start with Srila Prabhupada. Well, I'm all for Prabhupada in the center, but that's too much. Evam parampara praptam. Our system is the parampara system, and we go through our guru to his guru, Prabhupada may be our guru, or he may be our guru's guru, or one generation more, or eventually 15 more. So what happened? What happened? So I've offered some further thoughts about that in my book. I'm not going to go through it all here. You can.
How Prabhupada would say? How would Prabhupada?
Prabhupada would either chant the whole Gurvastakam, or the whole Mangalacharana, or just Sri Krishna Chaitanya and Hare Krishna. When I heard him lead Kirtan in the evenings, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 26 Second Avenue, he'd chant the whole Mangalacharana. The only thing I would say is that at the Mangal Arti, we're chanting the Gurvastakam. And my recommendation would be, if you're not Prabhupada's disciple, chant Gurvastakam first, then Prabhupada's mantra. Don't start with Prabhupada's mantra and then Gurvastakam. Because at least the Gurvastakam, you can think, as a disciple, applies to your guru and to Prabhupada. So in that way, you're offering respect. I'm not against chanting Prabhupada's mantra, but I wouldn't start there. I would start with the Gurvastakam, then with Prabhupada's mantra. I have one godbrother, he chants the Gurvastakam, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, nothing else. He's brave. You can get criticized for such things. But he's quite a senior and respected person, and that's exactly what he does. I won't say who it is so that he won't get hate mail, but yes.
Quite some Swamis refer.
Loud.
Quite some Swamis refer in lectures that Krishna Balaram temple is one of the best places to connect with Prabhupada.
The Krishna Balaram temple is one of the best places to connect with Prabhupada.
Can you give maybe an extra meditation we can do to connect?
Can I give an extra meditation? I'm not going to answer that question. I'll answer that question after we log off, because it's outside of the topic that they've given me. Okay, so we'll log off and then stick around. Speak about your question. Yes.
How about chanting the name of the deities?
How about chanting the name of the deities? Big question. Srila Prabhupada didn't. That's the first thing. Srila Prabhupada did not chant the names of the deities. I never heard him chant the deity mantras. When Shrutadev Prabhu in 1976 was the temple president in London, he wrote to Prabhupada and asked if it was acceptable to chant Jai Radha Landaneshwara, Prabhupada Prandana, following pattern of an existing song. Prabhupada said, yes, you have my permission. But from there, it's now become like a requirement. If you don't chant the names of the deities, then the devotees look at you like you hate the deities. And that you have to chant them at the end of every kirtan. Here in Vrindavan, I hear them chanted. What do we hear for the Mangal Arti? Vibhavari Shesha, deity mantras, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, deity mantras. Why? Prabhupada told Harikesh Maharaj, as the president here, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna, nothing else. But we're chanting Vibhavari Shesha, I understand that because we've already chanted the Gurvastakam at Prabhupada's Samadhi. Okay. Why? You've got like about 7 minutes left for the Maha Mantra, and you're going to take up 2 of them or 3 of them, chanting Jaya Deity, Jaya Deity. Why? What's wrong with Hare Krishna? Why can't we just have Hare Krishna? Prabhupada didn't do it. He didn't tell us to do it. He didn't institute it in Vrindavan. It was never done in Vrindavan when he was here. Why do we do it? Twice in the course of every Mangal Arti Kirtan. Why? So yes, one can chant the names of the deities. Prabhupada gave his permission, but it's certainly not required. And why do it? Why do it, everywhere? And then it leads to so many, one God rather criticized, well, we're personalists, so we chant the names of the deities. But Prabhupada was a personalist, he didn't. And then people start feeling like they've got to chant the names of every deity. If you've got, it's wild. If you travel around, you get to, the names of the Radha Krishna deities, the names of the god Purnasai, names of Srila Prabhupada, Madhu Gopal, Jagannath, Shalagram, Jaya Shalagrama, Jaya Shalagrama. They've invented a new mantra to go along with that in Mayapur, Jaya Pancha Tattva, Jaya. Don't chant Sri Krishna Chaitanya, chant Jaya Pancha Tattva because it fits the beat. Da 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 da. And if it fits the beat, we're good. Doesn't matter that we didn't hear it from Prabhupada. Doesn't matter that it's not in our tradition. It fits the beat. We got the deities. We're cool. Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Hare Krishna. And wild things start to develop from this. You got to chant the names of the deities. Jaya Radha Madhu Gopal Radha. It's totally asabas. And I've got more examples in my book if you want. Fun stuff. But we're reaching the end of our time. The takeaway here is that our main business is to chant Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasari Gaura Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare How did Prabhupada end the kirtan? He chanted Hare Krishna. He gradually sped up, speeded up, and then he stopped. No jayas, no deity names, nothing else. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and Jai Om Vishnupada Brahman. That's how he did it. If you do it that way, you won't be wrong. Now, we are at 8. And let me get back to my window. I think that means we're supposed to stop. Am I right?
Yes, Maharaj, if you want to continue, we can continue. We'll love to hear you.
You love to hear me. Well, let me think just for a moment. My general principle, way of doing things is to stop on time, because people have time commitments. And then when you carry on longer, they feel like they have to attend, or they're somehow or other not being nice if they drop off. I have a lot more to say. If I go on another 10 minutes or half an hour, that won't be the half of it. So, and also it's here, it's later than it is there. So I think I'm going to stop here with your permission. And we'll talk, if you'd like to hear more on this same topic, just look up on YouTube or New Pipe, Jai Advaita Swami Official, and you'll find the whole Kirtan seminar there. And you can go to my website and see the first few installments. So I think that's probably what we should do. All right?
Okay, Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj. Thank you so much, Maharaj, for giving your priceless time. Thank you so much for coming here and celebrate the World Holy Name Festival. We all are glad to hear you, Maharaj. Your word is a blessing to us. Thank you so much, Maharaj.
Thank you, Rupeshwara Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram.
His Holiness Jai Advaita Swami Maharaj ki Jai.
Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai. So, Prabhuji and Mataji, now it's time to take you for another event. We have a special Kirtan for you. Let's go to the Mayapur, and then after we have His Holiness Shri Krishna Chaitanya Swami Maharaj with us. We are celebrating World Holy Name Festival 2022, and there is a lot more come on the show. So let's move ahead and let's go to the Mayapur, the divine sky created by His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada, all the way to Mayapur on your way.
Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
श्री प्रभुपाद की हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम हरे कृष्ण श्री राधा माधव की, पंचतत्व भगवान की, नृसिंहदेव भगवान की। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Ram Ram Hare Jai Hari Ram.
Wow, wow, wow. This Kirtan is just mind-blowing. I just seen the Mridang player. His Mridang player is just enjoying the last part of the Kirtan. It's like very melodious. Anyways, Prabhuji and Mataji, Hare Krishna, Prabhuji and Mataji. Welcome once again to the World Holy Name Festival 2022. We are celebrating the 6th day, the second last day, and actually it is actually coming to the last day tomorrow. But don't forget, we are celebrating it every year from 17th September to 23rd September. This is the place where you can come together, and this is gonna be, increasing. Like each and every year, this is gonna be increased. So Prabhuji and Mataji, one more time, don't forget, this year anthem is go for a Kirtan in a fresh air Kirtan. Just early in the morning, just wake up, or a group of a devotee, or you can go alone and just chant one time and make your video with your friends, with your colleague, and send it to us. We can upload it on the fortunatepeople.com and Istan Kirtan Ministry as well. Don't forget, this program is organized by Istan Kirtan Ministry Chairman, His Grace Jagannath Kirtananand Prabhuji, and this actually live stream is controlled by one very beautiful servant of Srila Prabhupada, Sriji Radhika Mataji. She's serving very nicely, hard-handed, single-handedly. She's working all day, all night maybe. And now it's time to introduce you the last act of evening, the main event of the evening. But don't forget, tomorrow is the final day. Tomorrow is the final day. So we have a packed lineup for you at the conclusion session. So don't forget to come here. And if your friend didn't come here, still now, so call them and invite them for tomorrow. Tomorrow we have a jump retreat from whom? Guess whom? His Holiness Bhanu Swami Maharaj with us tomorrow at 6 p.m. onwards and Indian Standard Time. So please don't forget to come here. Then we have a Kirtan seminar by whom? By our very melodious personality of ISKCON, His Holiness Shri Krishna Chaitanya Swami Maharaj. Then we have a final conclusion, say Kirtan from all the way from Mayapur. So please come here to join that. This is going to be special, trust me. And then we have a ISKCON Kirtan Ministry presentation as a conclusion. So let me see how many of you are there. We have a 9 participants here. Dr. Shyam Sundar Sharma ji is here. Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Madhav Charan Prabhuji is here. Patibhi Raman, Santana Raman ji is here. Sriji Radha Mata ji is always there. One Galaxy A02 is also here. Hare Krishna, please accept my most humble obeisances. And now it's time to move to the next act, the final act of the evening. Let me call upon the stage our heart and soul, the melodious personality of ISKCON, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Swami Maharaj. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Swami Maharaj was born in New York City, USA in 1965, the same year that ISKCON founder Acharya Shri A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada come to New York. His mother's younger sister would regularly hear Shri Prabhupada's Kirtan in Tompkins Square Park in 1966. He joined the Hare Krishna movement in Ireland early in 1991. 14 years earlier, as musician student at the Aaron Copland Music and Arts program in New York. He first began chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra as performer in his Broadway musical Hair. His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj initiated His Holiness Shri Krishna Chaitanya Swami Maharaj later in 1993, giving him the name Eklavya Das. We all know Eklavya Prabhuji, he's the person. 27 years later in Panderpur, the order of sannyas was awarded to Shri Krishna Chaitanya Swami Maharaj. With this venerated title, he continues to be an inspiration for many spiritual practitioners around the world. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Swami Maharaj traveled with Loknath Swami Maharaj as his personal secretary for 12 years. In 1996, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Swami Maharaj was elected as an ISKCON General Body Commission Deputy. In 2006, he was appointed as Secretary of the ISKCON Kirtan Ministry. His services include coordinating ISKCON's annual International World Holy Name Festival. At present, he is based in Panderpur, Maharashtra, India. Alongside the many other projects, he is currently overseeing the constructions of new recording studios on the ISKCON Panderpur campus, LOK Studio, to facilitate live streaming, audio and video productions for His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj and the ISKCON Kirtan Ministry. So Prabhuji and Mataji, please welcome His Holiness Shri Krishna Chaitanya Swami Maharaj with us. And don't forget to come tomorrow, because tomorrow is the last day of of World Holy Name Festival 2022. We have a surprise for you. Prabhuji and Mataji, please welcome His Holiness Loknath Swami Maharaj. Maharaj, this is all yours.
Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namane Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharane Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatar Deshatarane. Hare Krishna. My name is Sri Krishna Chaitanya Swami, and I'm a member of the ISKCON Kirtan Ministry, and we offer this small presentation to the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada on the occasion of his Vyasa Puja Maha Mahotsav. Srila Prabhupada, we are seeking your blessings so that we can serve your mission nicely. I'm very grateful to His Holiness Kavichandra Swami Maharaj, an exalted member of our GBC, Governing Body Commission, and I'm grateful to the entire GBC on behalf of our ministry for giving us this appointment, this mandate to have an ISKCON Kirtan ministry. The ministry is relatively new. We're in our second year. In 1996, during your centennial, Srila Prabhupada, we had a wonderful centennial celebrations, and part of those centennial celebrations were the World Holy Name Day, and His Holiness Bhakti Tirtha Swami Maharaj was the coordinator for World Holy Name Day. And all around the world, across the globe, devotees, they increased their chanting. Many went out into the streets and parks and public places for Nagar Sankirtan, street chanting, street Sankirtan. And many also increased the chanting of their rounds. And the entire globe was reverberating with the transcendental sound vibrations of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. The festival was so wonderfully successful that we decided to do it every year in perpetuation of the centennial. So we were having World Holy Name Day every year, and then the GBC decided, let's expand this and have World Holy Name Week. And we had a small committee working annually on World Holy Name Week. And then some devotees wanted to do shorter than a week, and some devotees wanted to do longer than 1 week. So we had World Holy Name Festival, which was more flexible. And this became an annual activity. And last year, we celebrated our 25th anniversary of this World Holy Name Festival and continued to expand it. And as a result of this 25 years of successful festivals, the GBC decided that let us empower this committee as a ministry so that they can continue their activities throughout the year and not just a specific festival. Generally, our festival is September 17th through September 23rd, 1 week. In order to commemorate September 17th, you, Srila Prabhupada, setting your lotus feet on the soil of the Western countries, Paschachar Deshatarne, coming to the Western country, landing in Boston on September 17th, 1965. So every year we have September 17th to commemorate your arrival, and we have at least a 1 week festival. And this is greatly gratifying to our hearts to have the opportunity to glorify you, Srila Prabhupada, as the global ambassador of the holy names. The global ambassador of the holy names. Because this is what you've done. You've taken the mission of Lord Chaitanya, Pritivite Yachayata Nagaradi Gram, Sarvatra Prachar Hoibe Moranam, that you're spreading this chanting of the holy name to every town and village of the world through your followers, through your disciples, your grand disciples, your great grand disciples, and so on and so on. Your governing body commission is very concerned to move this mission forward, and thus they have commissioned the World Holy Name Committee. They kind of upgraded us to become a ministry, the Istan Kirtan ministry. Actually, Kavi Chandra Swami Maharaj, he said it should be called Iskan Sankirtan ministry. San means together, and Kirtan means chanting. So this is about chanting together. But in Iskan, when we say Sankirtan, we generally think of book distribution. So we wanted to keep it in line with the chanting, the vibration of the holy syllables, Hare Krishna. So thus we called it the Iskan Kirtan ministry. So this ministry is desiring to serve your mission, Srila Prabhupada. And I compiled a few notes here to give you some report and share with you what we're aspiring to do to serve your mission. First of all, we've established an online presence. We have a website, iskankirtanministry.com. That's iskankirtanministry.com. We have a Facebook page, we have a YouTube channel, and like this we're endeavoring to network with devotees around the world to promote kirtan and chanting across the internet. Because now everyone is carrying their cell phones in their pockets. So this way we want to bring the chanting of the holy names not only to every town and village, but also to everyone's pocket where they have the cell phone. It should come into everyone's cell phone, into everyone's hand, and into everyone's ears, and into everyone's hearts. So we have a vision, and the vision is the chanting of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra is embraced enthusiastically as a prominent means of spiritual awakening throughout the world. We want everyone to recognize the incredible potency of the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, that in all different communities, people should realize that there is something very, very special about the chanting of Hare Krishna. And we seek to be torch bearers of the propagation of the holy name, that the holy name's promotion should expand more and more and more. And we see that as our particular initiative, our particular mandate that has been bestowed upon us by your representatives, the GBC. Our mission is threefold. 1, 2, 3. 1, to educate. 2, to empower. And 3, to encourage. Educate, empower, and encourage. So we further propagate Harinam Sankirtan within their localities. As His Holiness Kavi Chandra Maharaj mentioned, this year we have a special initiative. It's called Fresh Air Kirtans. Last year, the world was suffering under the grips of the global COVID-19 pandemic. It's COVID-19, COVID-20, 21, now we're in 22. We can finally go out and distribute kirtan amongst the public, at least in most places. So we want to encourage devotees to go out of the temples and out into the streets and the parks, everywhere there's fresh air. Because breathing fresh air, it's more safe because these viruses are still floating around the atmosphere. And also being outside in the public gives further opportunity to share the Hare Krishna Mahamantra with new people, which gives great pleasure and joy to Lord Chaitanya, to yourself, and to all of our acharyas, to distribute this great boon and benediction, the rising golden moon of the Harinam Sankirtan movement. As Mangalananda, your dear disciple, would say and sing, Lord Chaitanya's moon is rising, and it's not at all surprising. We're singing and dancing in the streets, telling everyone we meet, we're going home, we're going home. So the main function of our ministry is to support our devotees and their initiatives. We want to provide them with resources, promotional materials, avenues of communication and networking, educational materials, how to do the festival coordination, how to do the team building, how to improve Sanskrit and Bengali pronunciation, how to improve the playing of the different instruments, especially the khol and the kartal. We want to provide execution materials like japa cards to keep track of how many rounds and extra rounds, sadhana sheets, different kinds of scores for going on Harinam, Fortunate People campaign, and invitations, posters, all kinds of promotional materials we wish to provide the local communities. And networking, we hope to and are planning a global database of all the personalities that are prominent and active in different areas of Harinam Sankirtan around the world to give opportunities for devotees to connect together. As you say, your love for me will be shown by how you cooperate to keep this movement together after I am gone. So we hope to be a vehicle to facilitate cooperation amongst devotees around the world. Of a wonderful devotee in Moscow, and Shaktivesh Avatar Prabhu, your dear grand disciple, he's been promoting this idea for several years. So the background behind Fortunate People is that in the past, as you instituted, we had book distribution scores, and we continue to have book distribution scores. And as I travel around the world and I visit your temples in the morning, devotees, they read the scores to the deities, and this is greatly enlivening. But what about Harinam Sankirtan scores? We never visioned in the past, we never experienced Harinam Sankirtan scores. So how to measure the holy name? How to measure Harinam being distributed? So Fortunate People is just one of the great benefits of this program, is that Harinam distribution can be measured. Let me just offer a brief summary of the program. The program is to make videos of people chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and upload them to a website where they can be counted. We can count the number of videos and we can count how many people are in the videos chanting Hare Krishna. So there are 2 scores generated, number of videos and number of people within the video itself. And Shaktivesh Avatar Prabhu was working for several years, and he had generated a few thousand videos, maybe 10,000, maybe 20,000 over several years. And then he joined forces with the Istan Kirtan ministry, with the World Holy Name Festival Committee, and we started to promote this. And in one World Holy Name Festival 2 years ago, just before the pandemic hit, we recorded 130,000 videos uploaded within only 2 weeks' time. Haribol! So, and this year, Srila Prabhupada, with your blessings, we hope to double it. So this is a great program. It gives devotees the ammunition, the facility, the know-how, and the program where they can take their cell phones, and now everyone has a cell phone practically, and they can go out even door to door or person to person, meet people, and they can ask them, giving them a mantra card, please say this mantra, please dedicate this chant. This chant is for love and peace. And then chant, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Thank you very much. And then we have an app, and it, boom, uploads to the website. Each person who's doing this Fortunate People preaching has their own account, and we can have scores and competitions, transcendental competitions, as you so much enjoyed. And in this way, this Fortunate People campaign can be a great, great benefit to the global chanting and the propagation of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It's a very exciting program. So we're endeavoring to assist devotees who come up with good ideas like this and help them move forward and promote their wonderful ideas. We also have received some great ideas from some of your dear disciples, even your GBC members. His Holiness Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj has given us 2 wonderful ideas. One is the interfaith, that we can get together with other religious groups who worship the chanting of the holy names. They may chant other names of God other than the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, but coming together and speaking on the common platform of hallowed be thy name, of the potency of the holy name of the Supreme Lord. This will help us with our communications with other groups, and this will help us to increase the chanting of all different names of God around the world. And Param Puja Jai Pataka Swami Maharaj, he's also given a very unique idea that we have yet to implement, but I hope we can implement it very soon. And that is the Harinam Rat, the Harinam Rat cart. Like we pull Jagannath's Rat cart, and people love to pull the cart. So similarly, we want to make a rat cart with the Hare Krishna Mahamantra written on it. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this Mahamantra will be on the cart, and people will pull the cart with ropes, and we can pull it through the streets of countries all over the world. And we can also do this virtually through the internet. Recently, I saw Jagannath Rathi Yatras being pulled from home to home, from Zoom account to Zoom account, and visiting many homes. And this is also a wonderful opportunity to pull a Harinam Rat from home to home virtually through the Zoom and other online platforms. So this is another golden opportunity that is awaiting us. So World Holy Name Festival, we're continuing online programs and offline programs, and we're supporting other groups of devotees who are doing online programs. Just yesterday, last night, I had the great fortune to participate in the online global Kirtan festival organized by 6 dear devotees from Malaysia, young devotees, youths. And this is a 1-week online, 24 hours a day festival. 7 days, 24 hours a day, and they've been doing this for several years now. And there's more than 130 Kirtan leaders that are participating, and there's more than 30 countries involved. So like this, we hope to try to encourage, especially our youth, to organize more and more festivals. We hope to support the devotees around the world. Another initiative that we're planning to put into place with the mercy of Lord Krishna and your blessings and the blessings of your followers is called the Global Kirtan Summit. The Global Kirtan Summit, we're planning the 4th quarter of 2022. And we want to bring different ministries together who have like-minded, similar concerns and desires to spread your mission, who can work together, who can serve together, who can synergize, and by coming together and cooperating, not only earning your blessings, but expanding your mission more and more. We've sent invitations and begun communications with CDM, Iskan's Congregational Development Ministry, who have thousands of devotees all over the world, very tight network to expand your congregation. So how to facilitate the congregation's increased chanting of Harinam, and also bringing together the Iskan Communications Ministry. His Grace Anutama Prabhu has this wonderful ministry to make our movement known in many different circles and walks of life, many different audiences, and increase the appreciation of the public for ISKCON's activities. And then ISKCON Online, His Grace Pancharatna Prabhu, he's organizing all kinds of online presence for ISKCON. And His Grace Vijay Prabhu and other stalwart book distributors around the world, how we could all come together and not only increase the book distribution, but along with the book distribution, get people to chant Hare Krishna more and more. This Fortunate People campaign to, if someone very nice takes a book, maybe they'll also like to make a video and stay in touch. And I especially like to express my gratitude to the Congregational Development Ministry for so much inspiration. They're functioning so wonderfully as a ministry, so inspiring. His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj, His Grace Konteya Prabhu, and their very wide, big team of devotees. And if we can all work together and serve together the ministries of ISKCON and help each other, I believe that you'll be very pleased, Srila Prabhupada, and we can do more to serve your lotus feet. Another initiative that's in progress now is we're developing our world headquarters for the ISKCON Kirtan ministry in Sri Panderpur Dham in Maharashtra, India. So Maharashtra, India, Panderpur is a beautiful holy place on the banks of the Chandrabhaga River, and it's a spiritual hub of Maharashtra and very close to Juhu, Mumbai, your office, and very close to many powerful devotee communities. There's ISKCON Pune, very close by. There's Govardhan Eco Village, where I'm here right now, making this video, where we have great facilities. So we're building a studio, an audio, video studio for live streaming and producing all kinds of educational materials for video shoots and audio recording, a recording studio, world class, designed by John H. Brandt, who's one of the foremost acoustical consultants in the world. He's built more than 3,000 studios. So he's done a wonderful job, giving us a wonderful design. And we've already finished most of the carpentry work and the acoustics and the soundproofing. And now we're just putting in the equipment. And it's looking very, very positive. And I hope we can create many wonderful pieces of content for your mission in this. It's called Lok Studio. We named Lok Studio, it's the studio of the people, after your dear disciple, Param Puja Lokanath Swami Maharaj. Lokanath Swami Maharaj, he was the main force. He was a centennial minister who organized your centennial festival, which was the beads, the seed, upon which now this Istan Kirtan ministry has come. And he was part of the World Holy Name Festival Committee, along with His Holiness Janananda Goswami Maharaj, who's still supporting us and consulting, giving us his guidance. And I'd like to express my gratitude to the entire Kirtan Standards Committee, His Grace Harishori Prabhu, His Grace Aniruddha Prabhu, Janananda Goswami Maharaj, who is the chairman, and so many of the other devotees. I'm not thinking of all their names right now. Please. So this is also coming up, hopefully in 2023, we'll be able to fulfill this desire of the GBC, your dear devotees. And I'd like to also thank our donors, those who have given some donations to the ministry, which allow us to do what we do in order to serve your mission. So once again, Srila Prabhupada, on behalf of the entire Istan Kirtan ministry, my humble obeisances at your lotus feet, and we seek your blessings and the blessings of all your followers, that we can fulfill this mandate that you've gifted to the entire ISKCON society. Lord Chaitanya's mission, that the chanting of the holy names should be heard in every town and every village and every cell phone all over the world. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. ISKCON Kirtan Ministry ki jai. World Holy Name Festival ki jai. Gaur Premanande. Hari Hari Bol.